Hey, it's Rod Lyman again with Rod Talks. How are we doing today? I am really excited to talk about some things we're going to talk about today. And we're going to talk about Solfeggio frequencies and Schumann frequencies. Now, it's been an interesting thing. A lot of people are having a hard time understanding the difference between Solfeggio frequencies and Schumann frequencies. Now, there is quite a few differences between them, and I'm just going to start throwing out there, and we're going to talk really quickly about what the Solfeggio frequencies do. Okay, and I would ask you guys to probably look a little bit more into what is the Solfeggio, you know, because the Solfeggio frequencies have such more positive. They resonate with the Schumann. So Solfeggio is a harmony that resonates with Schumann and Schumann resonance. Now, our Schumann resonance is we average from 6 to 8. It depends on what that is really. Now, the Schumann frequency is actually the frequency that's around Earth and what is the Earth's heartbeat, blah blah blah, and that. What it was actually in 1952, a German physicist actually mathematically documented the electromagnetic resonance existing between the Earth's surface and the ionosphere. Um, and what he was doing is that he was actually checking the electrical charge of the Earth's atmosphere. Now, the Schumann discovered that this is the physicist Schumann discovered that these electromagnetic waves originating from discharges of lightning resonated at a low frequency ranging from 7.8 hertz to 8 hertz. And with that, he determined that the frequency was, in essence, the Earth's heartbeat. It has since been coined the Schumann resonance, since after the founder. Schumann's successor that came after him, took this research a step further, and he studied the connection between the Schumann resonance and found that they match at various levels of human brain activity. And he compared it to the EEG's recordings on Earth's electromagnetic fields. And what he discovered was that the resonance matched five different brainwave states: the delta, the theta, the alpha, the beta, and the gamma. And these are the brainwave states that occur naturally during all daily activities, from sleeping to creating to learning. And what he had been finding is that the incredible similarities between the Schumann resonance and the human brain activity. Additionally, other researchers show that the low frequency Schumann resonance has been found to provide a synchronization of our higher brain functions. So, the higher functioning that we are, the higher brain functions that we have. So, it's really interesting. Has This is why the Solfeggio frequencies work so well within the Schumann frequencies, because now the Solfeggio frequencies are these are frequency delivered by musical instruments and musical notes and everything else, and these are the musical scales, octave by octave, and that's the changing of it. It's a harmonization of music in our life, and that's what makes it very fascinating. Is uh, it more of a in-depth look of the frequency is that it's unique in healing effects on our bodies, and it's really interesting. So think about this: if you take a musical instrument, so like something that creates a 432 hertz, okay, and you take 432 hertz, and it's a standard instrumental tuning, okay. Since the 440 hertz tuning was become the norm, the 432 frequency resonates with the Schumann resonance, of 8 hertz, which is now interesting. Is this is how the solfeggio frequency starts matching with the 8 hertz of a human. And so you think about this: is you're setting at 8 hertz, Okay, your body is, and you tune it to 432 hertz. You start listening to 432 hertz. It will actually create a calming and soothing effect, which is really interesting. So you start thinking about this is that you have a 8 hertz body listening to 432 hertz. That's fascinating. I want you guys to look at something here, because you're going to find that 3, 6, and 9 are the main numbers for frequency, and there's has something to do with Tesla, and that's going to be a whole nother segment and everything. But what I want to share with you, which is the found funny thing, is that we go to 528 hertz, okay, and so we just move up one to another hertz, okay, to 528. In 2018, there was a study from Japan discovered that the music tuned to frequency 528 hertz significantly reduced the stress in your endocrine system, your nervous system. Now, think about this. That's your endocrine system. That's from the pituitary all the way down to your uh, beautiful kidneys and that. And so, I mean, there's so much things that this endocrine system it can actually relax at. And that's 528. And within a mere 5 minutes is that this study had proven this. So there's also this study that goes on with it that 528 hertz reduces the toxic effects of ethanol, the principal ingredient found in alcohol drinks. So this is interesting. Reduces the toxic effects of ethanol. That's really interesting. So there's a 528 hertz that actually help reduce this. And more astounding is that frequency also increased cell life by 20%. So that was 528 hertz. So 528 hertz, it really makes a great background music for many people. I love that frequency. It's really great. So, and five, 2, and 8, you put 2 and 8 is 10. 10 plus 5 is 15. Add 15 and 1, 50, 1 and 5 together is 6. So now you start looking at this is that, the first one was 432, which is 7, 8, 9. So you add these numbers together. So you're going to get 6 3s and 9s. And that's really interesting, because the next one we're going to talk about is 396 hertz. Now, music that is tuned to 396 hertz helps to remove subconscious fears and worries and anxiety. It also helps to eliminate feelings of guilt. Now, remember that this is the beginning. This is the frequency that helps get rid of these fears and worries and anxiety, which is very interesting. It also helps eliminate that feelings of that guilt and that. So remembering what kind of meridians and what it's actually working on and that, and it's working on the lungs and different areas like that. Because listening to this, frequency is going to be helpful when you feel to make you feel more uplifted. And so my suggestion is you start out at 396 K frequency. This is just mine, that because what it's going to do is going to help raise your own frequency within. And because we want to raise that frequency within, because the Schumann resonance, like I said, we set at a frequency of 6 to 8 to that, but a lot of this does not work, you know. The Solfeggio frequencies do not work if you're not at 8 hertz. So remember, you have to bring up your body to the 8 hertz to get the healing process to work. If you come in and very sad and very lonely and don't feel right, and you've got low energy, or you're drinking, or you're smoking pot, or you're doing drugs that actually keep your energy low, or you're sad about things, you're going to be set at a such lower frequency, which is a sad idea, but it happens. And so I suggest listening to 396 and getting yourself pumped up and start moving and getting the energy going and everything else to start building yourself up to a higher frequency. So when you do listen to these frequency meditations on YouTube or wherever, that it will actually help you. So if we talk about 639 frequency hertz, okay, the frequency of 639 helps balance the emotions, evaluate the mood also. So we have 396 and now we have 639. That's interesting because these are mood. These are about emotions, about feelings, and that this also is helps bring in communication for love and understanding. 639 is perfect when you need significant boost in love and positively. This is that part also. Listen to these, 396 or 639. These 1, 3, 6, and 9 in it are going to help immensely bring up and boost you so that you do bring your residence up, Schumann resonance to that 8, so that this can even actually work better. Um, you have to, though, really put in effort and energy into this so that it can help you in many different ways, which is so beautiful. I love this stuff. Okay. Now if we start looking at 741 hertz, okay, music tuned to this frequency helps you problem solve. This is now your thinking hertz, okay? This is now if you have something that you're trying to figure out, and this is about your self expression, awaken your intuition and everything else. That remember that this is that put on that 741 will actually help you with a beautiful way to be able to express yourself and to get through to you and that in creative ways and that. And so if you're really thinking about what you need to do, start looking at 741 hertz and start playing 741 hertz. But remember, you have to bring your resonance up to 8 hertz. Okay. Now, 852 hertz, that's another one. 852 frequency helps you replace negative thoughts with positive ones. This is the NLP, this is the coaching, the counseling, whatever you want to call it, that actually helps create something even more in your whole life. This is something that's fascinating because what this does is 852, 852 with the positive ones, making your idea with your nervous and anxiety and bringing you down, blah, blah, blah. This changes all that. It changes you on a cellular level. And the thing is that when you're listening to 852 hertz and you're seeking that communicate with harmony with yourself and your higher self and that's what it does for you. It creates a really great feeling inside. It pumps you up and everything else then. So what I would suggest doing is I would go out there and I would look for on YouTube or whatever else, wherever you want to look at videos and that, and start typing in these frequencies, and depending on what you feel in that. I would listen to this a couple times then and really get the understanding of what these hertz do. And we'll start again. We'll start with 852 and work our way up. 805, 852, 852 frequency or hertz frequency helps replace negativity. 741. This is the tuning of your frequency that helps you problem solving. This is going to get you moving to thinking and your higher self. 639. Now this is that where you start balancing your emotions, evaluate your mood, get that moving again. 396. That is removes your fears and your guilt, and this is something to help bring you back up also, something you listen to bring you up to 8 hertz and everything else. That 528 hertz, that's uh, your ability to repair your body, DNA repair. It's about your heart. It's about opening up and finding love again. And it's a great background music also. And then 432 hertz, which is the tuning to your body that creates a calmness in your body. And this helps with your anxiety, your sleep, and everything else. And this is a really great background music for, doing yoga, exercising, meditation, even sleeping. That's with this. These are some really important fun facts to really look at and just have fun with. This is something that I love to work with and play with. Knowing that the Schumann residence and the so I'm always mess up that name, Solfeggio frequencies, and what the difference it really truly is. And it's kind of fun to understand that one is the earth and one is the human, one is creating of healing, and we have to understand that there's a harmony within us that create and help. Um, with this healing process, and I'm really excited about this to add more to myself in that and understand it a much better way of the two different frequencies and what it really actually does. And that now remember, stay positive. Bring your resonance, your frequency resonance back up to 8 hertz and that. And I know right now, I have seen that the Schumann resonance has jumped up so high lately, and it's because there's a lot of people that are emotional and trying to bring that resonance back up, and it's just a beautiful concept, and I love that. Be part of that. Be part of that Schumann resonance and bring it up. Um, I do a lot of beautiful classes, and I do some frequency meditations, and I'm going to be doing a lot more of those, and you're going to catch me on the flip flop of that, which is going to be awesome and fun. You go to ReikiRod.com, and you can actually see a lot of stuff that I'm doing and putting together. I got some great classes that's going to be coming up here, and I'm sure you're going to enjoy them. So for now, you are loved and I am blessed. Have a great day. Bye bye.